Hello everyone, YouTubers, thank you for tuning in to my channel again, putting up with me. I've taken a few microwaves apart and when I don't know something about what I'm taking apart, because I've told you many a time, I'm just a hobby amateur scrapper. It's just, I enjoy it. I enjoy taking the things apart, how they work, trying to work out how they work and everything. And yeah, it's just enjoyable. As I said on the microscrapping videos, yeah, it's great taking all the whole thing apart, but the smaller things I put in my microscrapping boredom box, and I enjoy both the taking apart the big stuff, and I enjoy taking apart the little things. Now, I had a very, very close shave with taking a microwave apart a while back. Wasn't anybody's fault, wasn't my fault. I've watched Ian Matthews' video on taking a microwave apart, and that is probably the best video out on how to take a microwave apart because of the Magnetron. And if I hadn't seen Ian's video on a Magnetron before I took a microwave apart, I wouldn't have had a clue. So, and also making sure that there's no voltage left inside. I was given I wasn't given, I picked up a microwave, and we don't know what has happened to these microwaves. Sometimes we can tell they've completely blown. You can see by the wires, they're just black. Yeah, there's all sorts of telltale signs. So what I'll do, I'll bring you down to the bench so you can see the microwave that I'm taking apart at the moment. Okay, right, which way does this zoom in? That way. Let's give it a bit of a Is that clearer? I hope so. Right, obviously taking some apart. So that's just, yeah, bit of waste. But of course, we have all this inside. And that scares the hell out of me. So what I'll do, I'll take apart what I can. But we don't know, as I said, what these microwaves have been through. We don't know how long the people have kept them in storage. We don't know whether they've thrown them around. Nothing. So we sort of open them, and I think it's straightforward. Let's get the light out. And really, I think a little bit more caution after what I went through. I'm very, very cautious now after what happened. Right, okay, we got that. I'll just... I'm trying to tidy the garage up. And you know what it's like, you sort of try and tidy something and you make more of a mess than when you started. And I've got to get it done. I got 2 days. No, I've got 1 day to clear it all up. Because I've got quite a few appliances arriving that are going to be put in the garage. So I've got to clear all this side so the guys can get in. And I'm thinking, oh my God, how the hell am I going to do that? Right, let's see what's going on here. Right, pull anything and everything we can. See, I've been so afraid to take these things apart before. I had quite a few in, as we do. I said in one of my videos, you have, all of a sudden, you have a load of computers or things with motherboards that come along one in a batch, and then you don't see them for months, and things go in fits and starts. At the moment there's a lot of fridges and freezers around in my area. Well, you can only get the compressors off those, so yeah, I don't know whether it's the same in your area. I would be interested to know if you'd like to leave a comment. And I tell you what, I'll finish taking this apart, then I'll get back to you and explain the story why I really did have a close call. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, well, I've taken apart the microwave, so I'll show you all the bits and bobs that I got out of it. Nothing unusual to what you've already seen. Got dust in my eyes. Right, okay, let's bring you down to the bench. Okay, and we had the casing, obviously. Door at the bottom, and the main casing part. This is great. I've got one just there, and what I do, I put all the screws, anything that is magnetic and small, I just throw in there, and it's just convenient. It's a nice big tub. Sometimes if you get enough of these, you can just wait until one's full, put that in the car, and then fill up the other. But they're great for storage. Oh, more plastic, wonderful. Right, so that's the main casing. Now then, if I can zoom you in, and we've got to get a bit of focus, haven't we? Oh, I'm doing really well here. Bit more. Oh, pushing my luck. Right, okay. Now then, nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary. It was surprisingly quite difficult to take apart. It was like not in the usual layout that I've been used to with the microwave. So obviously we got lots of screws, we got, yeah, whatever. Yeah, the little motor with the, I call it candy fluffy copper inside, brass. Got the motherboard, which there's a couple of things on here, obviously, hopefully copper. Sometimes those black boxes there, I've split a few open, and sometimes they're full with copper, so I'll have a look at that. So we've got hopefully copper. There's a couple of things I want to take off and put in the gold recovery thing. I'll have a look in there as well, because sometimes, yeah, we got brass on the outside, but on the inside sometimes there's some goodies, and there's brass in that. So that's the motherboard. Yeah, last of the wiring. Yeah, more steel. In these, sometimes when you open them up, there can be nothing, and at other times there's copper or brass. So yeah, and we've got connections down there, so I can have a look at that. That'll be in my boarding box. I think this is aluminium. This is, yeah, this is the button that turned the dial, but it's got plastic in. So just a bit of patience, drill that out, bit of alley. The usual copper wires, bit of copper there. There's fuse, brass, lots of connections, all in there. I don't think the wire is going to be that terrific. The earth, is it the earth ones? Anyway, the green and yellow wires there will be okay. I'm not sure about the rest, but until I get there, I won't know. And also, I still can't remember the name of this little thing here. We've all seen them, but that's aluminium on top of there. You take that off, and usually there's a nice little bit of copper in there. And as you saw with my micro scrapping, you might think, oh yeah, whatever, it's not a lot, but it all adds up in the end. So that can go in there. Oh, look at my boredom box. Micro scrapping, it's all, yeah, building up. Yeah, the usual. And the rust obviously has been out in the garden for quite a while. So that, oh my gosh. Right, okay, that's the last one I can fit in there with the motors. This is where I had almost a really dangerous calamity. I'm not happy touching either of them at the moment, but I'll do it for the camera. The Magnetron. Now with Ian's video, it shows that there was two colours, one on either side. I haven't taken it apart, I didn't. When I took this microwave apart, I don't know whether you can see, there's absolutely no colour on there. There was no tape. And what happened was, when I took the screws out or whatever was holding it in, it fell and a plume of powder came out. And I absolutely did my load. I run straight away. I got the bleeper to open the garage door. I went out the back garden and I just let the wind, you know, I didn't come in for half an hour, something like that. So it's not just this one. I thought this was a one-off, that perhaps something had happened and that's why it's got no colour around it. So on this one, I was a little bit more careful, but it's still open at that end. Nice bit of brass on it. Yeah, lovely. But is it beryllium that Ian said it was? Perhaps he'll let me know in the comments. So those two, I'm really not happy touching. And in fact, now that I've shown you, I'm going to cover them with a bit of tape. But it just goes to show that if you haven't taken something apart before, go on YouTube, for goodness sake, and do your research. Right, that's one. I just got, sorry, it scared me so much seeing this puff of, yeah, powder coming out. And after what Ian said, that basically, yeah, you can croak it, go blind, all the rest of it. Let me just seal these. Right, okay, they can go there. Right, let's lift you up. So it goes to show that if you haven't taken something apart before, some things are straightforward. You know, Flymo, all the rest of it. I won't say strimmer. If you're just tuning into my channel, there is a video where I lost the plot big time taking apart a strimmer. If you want a good laugh, yeah, watch that, or my disastrous start to YouTube. Yeah. But on a more serious note, it does go to show the dangers, that the hidden dangers, that if you don't know they're there. I could have quite happily just stood there and thought, oh, there's a plume of powder, and, you know, sort of sniffed it in and got in my eyes. Well, yeah, camera would have rolled while I croak it on the floor, sort of thing. I make jest, but there is, I really, that sort of unnerved me, shall I say. So, yes, there are things, Flymo, Strimmer, you know, all these sort of things that are straightforward. You know what to expect. If you're just starting scrapping, and like me, like I keep saying, I'm just a hobby scrapper. I just do it because I enjoy it. I enjoy other hobbies that I've got, bushcraft, whittling things out of wood, all sorts of hobbies. But when it comes to certain things, if you're not unsure of anything, just put it into YouTube, into the search engine, and there's bound to be a video out there. And don't just watch one on a microwave, because I've seen many that haven't even mentioned the Magnetron. Ian was the first one that ever mentioned the Magnetron, and thank God I watched his video. It's a bit like when I did the micro scrapping videos. I did copper, brass, and then the gold. I'm not happy about the gold recovery because the chemicals. I'm not knowledgeable enough. And like I said, even if I was knowledgeable, I still don't feel comfortable with doing it. The dangers, the fumes and everything. This is a prime example of it wasn't lack of knowledge. Thank God I had the knowledge from Ian's video to know that when that hit and that powder came out, I knew what it was. I assumed it was the beryllium that Ian is on about. So not all microwaves are the same, obviously. Dependent on age, we don't, as I said earlier in the video, we don't know what people have done with these microwaves. We don't know what's happened, why they've thrown them out. We don't know whether they've thrown them around the garden, kicked it, you know, chucked it here, chucked it there. So with things such as this, err on the side of caution. I will put a link in for Ian's video about the microwave and the Magnetron. So obviously seasoned scrappers and everything like that, you understand the dangers of the Magnetron. But for any would-be or scrappers that are just starting out or at the moment, do your research. Yeah, so that was my very close shave with a Magnetron, and it's just really, as I've been saying, the dangers of opening things that you've never opened before, and there are things in there that could kill you. It could be the voltage, it could be the beryllium, anything like that. So if you are new to scrapping, please do your research and don't just look at one video. Look for an in-depth video, just like Ian's, where he explains the dangers. Because I've seen many videos and they don't give two hoots about the Magnetron. They don't even mention it. So thank you, Ian, for saving me in a roundabout way. And yes, I wouldn't have known unless I had watched your video, so thank you very much. Right, I'm still feeling a bit, ooh, now that I've taken this other one apart, and yeah, I found exactly the same and I've had to tape it up. It just, some things unnerve you. So you've all been there, seen it, done it. But I'm a little bit, and these are going to be bagged up and they're going to go in a special box out of the way, basically. Yeah, I'm still here. And probably Ian and Snobby and Ali and all the rest thinking, oh, bloody hell. Ooh, excuse me. Why did he have to go and do his research? And he's still yakking on his blinking videos. So, yeah. If there's any other dangerous electronics that you've come across in the past, make a video about it, please. The more knowledge that you pass on, the better it is for all of us. Just hints and tips, easier way to do things, or be careful of this, careful of that, and it all helps each other. So yeah, I'm not happy standing next to them. I'm gonna stop this video, and yeah, I'm shooting off. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for putting up with me, and yes, I'm still here. Okay, see you soon. Bye now.